All right, shalom, shalom. First off and foremost, as always, I want to say, call Lam La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honor, being two the elder apostles, a great millstone that do rule and teach well, and a shalom to you, Ankim out there that's pushing his truth through the spirit, through the power, and through the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Okay, so today's lesson is going to be titled The Latter End of Job. Okay, the latter end of Job. All right, and if you're not familiar, with the story of Job, he was, the Lord put him through, through the ringer. The Lord, actually, real quick, let's go to the account, okay? Because, actually, before I go to the account, let's get this quick precept. This is the book of James, chapter 5 and verse 11. And it says, "Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashem Shai." You see? And that's one thing too, the name matters. Okay, the true name matters. Okay, the name of the Lord is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And it says, and that's the name that you're just supposed to call on as an Israelite. He's our God. But you have other Israelites, that are out here, being wicked. Certain Israelite leaders, they're not calling upon the name of the Lord, and they're calling upon, Christ. So the name of the Lord matters. Okay. And those other names like Jesus Christ, Yahweh, Yoshua, so on and so forth, those are not true names. Those are false names. Okay, the true name of the Lord is Yahweh Bahashim Shai, and the true prophets speak in that name. Okay, so James 5 and 10, it says, "Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience." You see? And when you come to truth, you're going to go through some things. You're going to go through afflictions. You're gonna be tested. You're going to go through ups and downs, highs and lows. But you have to, remember to keep your integrity, just like Job, in which we're going to grab in a quick moment. But I'm going to keep reading James 5 and verse 11. It says, "Behold, we count them happy which endure." Okay, and real quick, we go to the online etymology dictionary for the word endure. It means to undergo or suffer. Okay, to harden, to be firm, solid, or steadfast. Okay, so we have to endure these things. We have to endure, the tests that Yahweh Shema Shai puts us through. Okay, because it says that the Lord's not going to give you anything that you can handle. And okay, that's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13. All right, and it says, "Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job." Okay, and the word patience goes back to the word suffering. It means to suffer. Okay, so really you can say the suffering of Job. So it says, "Ye have heard of the patience or suffering of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai is very pitiful and of tender mercy." You see, because like the scriptures say, who have confounded, it says, who have, the Lord despised that called upon him, and that's nobody, and how we, remain, sound-minded, is and grounded is by calling upon the name, fasting in that name, praying to that name, putting your burdens, upon Yahweh Shema Shai, right? Rebuking Satan in that name. All right. So whatever you're going through, whatever, you have been through, whatever you have, you had to, give up for this truth, whatever you had to do to get close to Yahweh Shema Shai, don't worry, because the Lord is going to give give you back, give all give that back to you, 100 times over. Okay, because like I said earlier, we're gonna get into the account of Job. Okay, so that's why this lesson is titled "The Latter End of Job," because he had to endure a lot of things, sufferings, right? But while he was, suffering, he didn't, he kept his integrity. He didn't curse the Most High. Okay, so real quickly, let's head to the book of Job, chapter 2, and actually, let's get it in the NLT. Okay, to see how what it says or how it's worded. So this is Job 2. Really, you can start at 1. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see, where can I start at? Actually, let's do this. Let's go to okay. Let's go to Job chapter 1 and verse 1 to verse 3 in the NLT. It says, "There once was a man named Job who lived in the land of Uz. He was blameless, a man of complete integrity. He feared the Most High and stayed away from evil," right? So he was a righteous man, right? That believed in the Lord, right? Israelite. And it says he had 7 sons and 3 daughters, right? He owned 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 teams of oxen, and 500 female donkeys. He also had many servants. He was in fact the richest person in that entire area. You see, so Job, he was he was rich. He had children. He had substance. He had camels, oxen, right? He had cattle. On top of that, he believed in the Lord and feared, the Most High. He was a righteous man, right? But, when you actually, let me go down, but when you read that, the Lord takes his children from him and everything that he has. Okay. Let's see. Really, let's see. It's a. I don't want to read the whole chapter, but it's lengthy. About 22 verses. But the point is, that Job, he had children and, and substance, cattle. But I'm trying to find the spot where, the Lord, took that away from him. Okay, let's keep going. Salakia. Okay, I just wanted to see where it started, but let's keep going from verse 3. And it says, verse 4, Job 1 and verse 4, NLT. Job's sons would take turns preparing feasts in their homes, and they would also invite their 3 sisters to celebrate with them. When these celebrations ended, sometimes after several days, Job would purify his children. He would get up early in the morning and offer a burnt offering for each of them. For Job said to himself, "Perhaps my children have sinned and have cursed the Most High in their hearts." This was Job's regular practice, you see. So Job, he rose up early, and gave a sacrifice, for his children to the Most High, right? And it says, verse 6, one day the members of the heavenly court came to present themselves before the Lord, and the accuser, and it's talking about, the angels, okay? And it says, and the accuser Satan came with them. Now this is, this is taking place in the in the heavens right now, in the spiritual realm, right? And it says, verse 7, Where have you come from? This the Lord speaking, the Most High speaking. It says, where have you come from? The Lord asked Satan, and Satan answered the Lord, I have been patrolling the earth, watching everything that's going on. Then the Lord asked Satan, have you noticed my servant Job? He is the finest man in all the earth. He is blameless, a man of complete integrity. He fears the Most High and stays away from evil. Satan replied to the Lord, yes, but Job has good reason to fear the Most High. You have always put a wall of protection around him and his home and his property. You have made him prosper in everything he does. Look how rich he is. But reach out and take everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face. You see, so right now Satan is saying this. Okay, the highest angel on the left hand side. All right, because the Lord asked Satan, he said, where have you been? And Satan said, I've been patrolling the earth. I've been, up and down, to and fro in the earth. You see, and that's how, that's what he does. Satan, he don't take breaks. He's constantly, he's doing things. And that's why we got to constantly, keep our, keep our mind intact, man, and call upon the Lord, and continue to, rebuke Satan, because Satan, he's always in the midst, always, around the corner, waiting for you to, to make a mistake. All right. So right here, verse 11, but reach out and take everything he has, and it will surely curse you to your face. And it says, all right, you may test him. The Lord said to Satan. So the Lord, is giving Satan orders to go, to go test him, to go, do things to Job. Okay. And this proves that, Satan, how the whole Christianity, false doctrine, how they say Satan fell from heaven, and, that was saying that Satan, went rogue. That's all BS. Okay. Here it is, you have Satan, getting orders from the Most High himself to go, touch Job, and it says, verse 12, all right, you may test him. The Lord said to Satan, do whatever you want with everything he possesses, but don't harm him physically. So Satan left the Lord's presence. Okay, so right here, it says, do whatever you want with everything he possesses. So back to the title of this lesson is, it's called the latter end of Job, because in the beginning of Job, the first chapter, he had, a lot of oxen, he had camel, he had, substance, he had animals, he was very rich, he had children, sons and daughters, right? So he's very well off. So it says, one day when Job's sons and daughters were feasting at the oldest brother's house, a messenger arrived at Job's home with this news. Says, your oxen were plowing with the donkeys, feeding beside them, when the Sabeans raided us. They stole all the animals and killed all the farmhands. I am the only one who escaped to tell you. So you had the Sabeans come and raid, Job's, farm, right? And killed all the animals, and that's substance right there. That's money right there, But you got to go back to, when the Lord gave Satan, leeway, he gave him the green light to go, test Job, to go, what's the word I'm looking for? To go put Job, through that fire, for lack of better words. Okay, and right here is the beginning of it, starting off with his animals, being killed, all of them. Okay. So verse 16, it says, while he was still speaking, another messenger arrived with this news. The fire of the Most High has fallen from heaven and burned up your sheep and all the shepherds. So after the animals were killed, on the farm. All right. Then right here it says that the fire of the Most High has fallen from heaven and burned the sheep and the shepherds. So now, his sheep has been, burnt up and killed off. And not only the sheep, but the shepherds, you see. Okay, and notice how everything is slowly being taken away from Job. Okay, and it says, verse 16, I am the only one who escaped to tell you. And it says, while he was still speaking, a third messenger arrived with this news. 3 bands of Chaldean raiders have stolen your camels and killed your servants. I am the only one who escaped to tell you. So his sheep got killed. Okay. His camels got killed. Okay. And the rest of the animals got killed. All right. And it says, while he was still speaking, another messenger arrived with this news. So notice how back and forth, back to back is nothing but, bad news for Job, right? So it says, another messenger arrived with this news. Your sons, your daughters were feasting in their oldest brother's home. Suddenly, a powerful wind swept in from the wilderness and hit the house on all sides. The house collapsed and all your children are dead. You see, so not only did he lose his sheep, his camels, and the rest of his, his cattle, now his children are dead. Okay? It said all your children are dead. All right? It says, I am the only one who escaped to tell you. So right there, just like we read earlier, we can go back to verse, let's see. When you go back to verse 12, it says, the NLT, all right, you may test him. The Lord said to Satan, do whatever you want with everything he possesses. You see? So Satan did this because the Most High gave Satan the green light. Okay? Because this is all a test. Okay? So in this walk in this truth, we're going to, lose things. We're going to have to forsake, make sacrifices, to, serve Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, and I'm gonna get that scripture in Matthew 19 in a moment, but this is just an account to show, how Job had it all in the beginning, but as time went on, he lost those possessions. Okay, because the Lord gave Satan that green light to do so. Okay, so ultimately this is all ordained, by the Lord. Okay, so let's head back down to verse 20. Actually, no, that was the point. Now let's go to Job 2nd chapter. Okay, now in Job 2, okay, the Lord, the Lord and Satan were speaking again. Okay, and the Lord allowed Satan to test Job. Okay, now let's go to Job 2 and let's see. Let's go to verse 3. This is Job 2 and verse 3. And it says, then the Lord asked Satan, have you noticed my servant Job? He is the finest man in all the earth. He is blameless, a man of complete integrity. He fears the Most High and stays away from evil, and he has maintained his integrity, even though you urge me to harm him without cause. Satan replied to the Lord, skin for skin, a man will give up everything he has to save his life. But reach out and take away his health, and he will surely curse you to your face. Okay, verse 6. So this is actually, it's like, let me keep going. Verse 6, it says, all right, do with him as you please, the Lord said to Satan, but spare his life. Meaning what? Don't kill him. Okay, meaning that, do what you must, do what you gotta do to him, but don't kill him. Okay, but spare his life, right? But save his life. So Satan left the Lord's presence, and he struck Job with terrible blows from head to foot. Okay, so not only did he lose his animals, his sheep, his shepherds, his sons and daughters, but now he has boils from from his head to his, to his feet. Okay. And those boils, let's keep going. Verse 8 says, Job scraped his skin with a piece of broken pottery as he sat among the ashes. So those boils had to be something vicious, man, for him to have boils that big to scrape off. Man, that's something else. That's somebody really being put to the test. Because going back to verse 3 said that Job, was a man of complete integrity, and he feared the Most High and stayed away from evil. So he's a very righteous man, you see. And it says, verse 9, his wife said to him, "Are you still trying to maintain your integrity? Curse the Most High and die." So the reason why his wife said that is because Satan hopped in her. You see, because we can go back to Job 1 and Job 2. Okay, Satan said that he's gonna curse the Most High. So basically, this was a bet between the Most High and Satan, and Satan thought wrong. Okay, because Job didn't curse the Most High. Okay, now let's keep going. Verse 9, his wife said to him, "Are you still trying to maintain your integrity? Curse the Most High and die." So this woman, got out of pocket, and being a demon, because Satan was on her, right? And try to get Job to, curse, the Most High, man. Yahweh Shema Shai, And a lot of women are like that, they're the fucking evil, But let's keep going. It says, verse 10, but Job replied, "You talk like a foolish woman. Should we accept only good things from the hand of the Most High and never anything bad?" Right, man, because that's balance. Okay, so he's gonna, this truth is bittersweet. You're gonna gain, you're gonna lose, you're gonna gain. Okay, but just know that in the end, the Lord, the things that you have lost, the Lord ultimately is gonna give that back to you. Okay, just like how Job, he lost everything, but the Lord gave that back to Job. But y'all get that account as well in a moment. But let's keep going. So this is Job 2:10 NLT. So it says, but Job replied, "You talk like a foolish woman. Should we accept only good things from the hand of the Most High and never anything bad?" So in all this, Job said nothing wrong. You see, so Job kept his integrity. Okay, Job didn't curse the Most High like Satan thought that he would. Okay, even though he's going through all those things, he had boils, in his whole body, he still kept the Most High, close. He still trusted in Yahweh Shema Shai, and that's why we had read earlier. We go to let's read it again. We go to Book of James 5:10 or 11. Excuse me. It says, "Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job." You see, meaning what? Suffering. So those were the accounts, or that particular account of, Job's suffering. Okay. But remember that all those things that Job lost, he got back in his latter end. Okay. He got him back. All right. So this is the book, same book, Job 42 and verse 12. And it says, so the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai blessed, Slaki, this is the KJV, just to add. Okay, so this is Job 42 and verse 12 in the KJV. It says, so the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning, right? For he had 14,000 sheep and 6,000 camels and 1,000 yoke of oxen and 1,000 she asses. So the Lord gave him double, right? And it says he had also 7 sons and 3 daughters. So the Lord gave him more children. Okay. And he called the name of the first Jemimah, and the name of the second Keziah, and the name of the third Karenapuch. So like if I pronounced that wrong. And it says, Verse 15. And in all the land were no women found so fair as the daughters of Job. Meaning what? Meaning, lovely, right? Gorgeous, right? And their father gave them inheritance among their brethren. Okay. After this lived Job 140 years, and saw his sons and his sons' sons, even 4 generations. So Job died being old and full of days. You see? And best believe that Job is back here today. Reincarnated, man. All right. He's back here today serving Yahweh Shema Shai and the truth. All right. So, yeah, man, even though Job, he lost everything in the beginning, when you go back to Job 1, but in the last chapter of the book of Job, he gained everything back. You see? And guess what? That's what Yahweh Shai spoke about. Okay, that's what he said. This is Matthew 19 and verse, I believe, 29. Because even though we may lose things on this side, we're going to gain it 100 times more in the kingdom. All right? This is Matthew 19 and verse 29 in the NLT. And it says, and everyone who has given up houses or brothers or sisters or father or mother or children or property for my sake will receive 100 times as much in return and will inherit eternal life. You see, so you forsaking, things that matter the most to you, beating, living, sacrifice, and putting things on a back burner for the Lord, and completely giving up things that you are attached to in this world. That's a great, testament to your, a great, how can I say, that's a great, that's faith right there. For a man, for a man to do that, to give up, things in his life that he deems, important to him, that's a huge testimony, man. To put things, behind him and serve Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, because a lot of people on this side, especially here in Babylon, they're attached to this place. We can't be attached to nothing here. And that's why, that's why we are a living sacrifice, because we have sacrificed, things that was near and dear unto us, children, sons, daughters, a woman, houses, certain careers, that brothers were involved in, before they came into the truth, being in the NFL, being in the NBA, being a movie actor, so on and so forth, being a so-called family man, those things, brothers have given up, because why? Because, to serve Yahweh Shema Shai. But just like how Job, the Lord, put Job through that, because Job, he didn't lose his integrity. He didn't curse the Most High. And guess what? The Lord gave all that back to him in his latter end. You see? And he gave it back to him double. Okay? But right here, Yahweh Shai is saying that, the man that forsakes, mother, father, children, property, houses for my sake, right? It says will receive 100 times as much in return and will inherit eternal life. Okay, that's amazing. And that's what we hope for. That's what we, believe, that the Lord, us giving up, this life that we once had, in this world, giving our life to Yahweh Shema Shai, because we are dead to this world, right? We are dead to this world. We don't owe nobody shit in this world but Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? And the Lord sees that we have done that, and us doing that, hey, that's a huge testimony, man, to add to our faith. Okay? And the Lord's gonna give, the elect, his men back, what they gave up, in this world. He's gonna give them, give those things back to them in the kingdom 100 times over. Okay, and they're gonna be, they're gonna have eternal life. They're gonna be immortal. They're gonna be, they're gonna be, man, kings, priests, gods. Okay, that's truly worth the wait, man. It's truly worth the wait, because the things in this side are temporal, is vain. So why hold on to something that's vain? Okay, rather than fighting for something that's eternal. Okay, for your salvation, deliverance. The kingdom matters, man. The shit that we have given up in this side, hey man, it's for a greater, it's for a greater purpose, And guess what? The Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, sees all of that, man. Real quick, we can end off on this. This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 18. And I'll read this in the NLT. This is Romans 8 and 18. It says, yet what we suffer now is nothing compared to the glory he will reveal to us later. You see? Let's read it in the KJV as well. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Okay? And guess what? We're going to get the kingdom. You're going to get our children back, right? You're going to get everything that you had to give up, in the world. You're going to get all those things back 100 times more. Okay? But guess what? That's why the truth is bittersweet. The truth, we're supposed to suffer. Hey, Job suffered, and that right there is an example, of the bitterness of this truth. You're going to lose things. You're going to go through, a lot of things in this truth. Okay. It's not going to be a smooth sailing, road, in this truth. You're going to go through some hiccups, but you got to continue to stay the course, and get over those humps, through Yahweh Shema Shai, because the things that we're going through is not going to be compared to the glory that Yahweh Shema Shai is going to, reveal to us, later. Okay. So that being said, I just want to say, call on La Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Hakwadash, double honor being to the elder apostles, a great millstone that do rule and teach well. And I shall allow to you, Sensor and Ankim out there that's pushing this truth through the spirit, through the power, and through the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. And Lord as well, the sheep of Yahweh Bahashem Shai were fed and edified. With that being said, Shalom.